have been a little bit scarce this week, and that's okay. I have been getting things done. And I mean, come on, this is a level of put together we haven't seen in a minute. My nails are done, my makeup's done, my hair is blow dried, I have jewelry on. It's a big day here at Elephant Sandwich. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. This week has really, I have been far more focused than I've felt in quite some time. And I accomplished a couple of things that I have been trying, meaning beating myself up about, for about, I don't know, maybe 6 months, maybe longer. Um, Typically, I like to work ahead in my business. I like to have my copy written out for my posts. I like to have an outline of the videos that I'm going to make. I like to know kind of what the graphics are going to look like. I don't necessarily have to do them all uh, a long time in advance, but I like to kind of have my head wrapped around what's coming up. And sometime during the pandemic, I stopped doing that. I just started living quite literally one day at a time. I knew what the theme was for the week for all my clients, but I was literally just stopping everything to do my posts each day. And it all got done, and it got done okay. But I didn't feel great about it. And the problem was I just kept beating myself up. You've got to get it together. You've got to get it together. I'd plan my day, and I would block things out, and I would make the to-do list, and then I would not get it done. And I cannot even explain how unkind my head was about not getting things done the way I want them done. And then I would back up and I would say, everything is getting done. All of your clients are taken care of. There is, just because this is the way you prefer to do it doesn't mean it's the end of the world if you don't get it done that way. And I don't even know, to this moment, I don't really know what my problem was, but I just didn't get it done. And finally this week, I had a mind shift, and the shift was simply, could you get ahead on one client? Do you think that you could plan ahead and get next week's content done for one client? You'd be this much ahead. And so I did that. I did that a couple of days ago, and I was like, that wasn't bad. Do you think you can get 2 more done? And I got those 2 done. And by today, I have all the content for all my clients written for next week. The other thing that I did, which I am so excited about, and please God, let me keep up with it, is that I have created a spreadsheet where I am saving all of the content that I'm writing for my clients, so that when I am finished, and granted, I know it's May, which means there's 4 months I didn't do, but that's no big deal. But what I'll wind up with is a calendar that has ideas on it for next year, so that I am building on my strategy instead of one more time starting back at ground zero. I tend to carry the themes over, but I wasn't saving the content, which meant I would have to, go back and look for the posts. And often it would be faster for me to write something new than to try and go find what I did a year ago. But now that I'm writing it out on this spreadsheet, I will have that information, not to reuse verbatim, but to use as a starting point so that I can cut my time down writing content exponentially. And ideally, that's the way you want to take a look at your content. You want to have a framework, and you can change it. You may in a year decide, I don't want to talk about this one topic. I think we need to add in, we've got a new service or a new product that we're going to want to talk about. I'll get rid of this one. I'll add in the new one. no big deal. But by and large, a lot of your content is reusable. The ideas are going to carry over. I mean, I can't imagine that 2 years from now, I'm not going to still be talking about Facebook. Um, as a social media manager, I will be talking about Facebook. I may be talking about some new platform as well, but Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, they're probably still going to be around and pertinent. And so a lot of that information that I share now will be useful down the road. And so having a system for saving this content and being able to revamp it each year rather than starting back at ground zero is what takes you from creating content taking a long period of time to being something that you can do fairly quickly and efficiently. What will probably change is the kind of content that you are sharing. You may currently just be doing the photo and some copy, and that's fine. That's a great place to start. You may in 2 years be ready to do videos. You may decide it's much easier to just hop on and do a quick video rather than typing up something. Or it may be that I'm ready. I now have a bunch of photos that I want to use. I want to create a video slideshow to go with this information. Maybe last year I did a video on it. This year I want to do an infographic and then share a blog post on it. So again, all these ideas are useful to you, and they can be used in different ways. Typically, I am saving all of the content that I am writing for Facebook. Because I have not been as active on Instagram, I can take all of these topics over there and it's brand new. This is all brand new. And so when you are coming up with these ideas, don't put them in a little jar and label it Facebook only. These topics can be used for your newsletter. They can be used on a blog post. They can be used on your website. They can be used for a presentation at your networking group. You've got all the fodder that you need to be able to post on multiple platforms, and being able to reuse your content is how small businesses are able to manage more than one platform. In the beginning, it may feel like all I can do is Facebook. It's all I can do, and I can barely keep up with that. That's fine. But if you hang on to and build on that content, then in 6 months or a year, you can take that same stuff and let's just say, add 2 posts a week on Instagram. You've already got the information. You've already, done the work. Now you can take it over here. Or I've decided that I do business to business. That's my market. So I can take this information, package it up, and write it as a blog post that I will share over on LinkedIn. So I'm really excited because, of course, everything I do has to be duplicated 6 times. It's not just what I'm doing for Elephant Sandwich. It is what I'm doing for Elephant Sandwich and the Sober Living House and the Weight Loss Clinic and the roofing company and the HVAC company and what else do I have? Anyway, treatment center. And so I have several different businesses that have completely different content. So I do a lot of writing. I make a lot of graphics. And so anytime I can streamline this process, I don't have to worry a bit that someone's going to see this 2 years from now and go, oh, she already said that. They're not going to remember it. They're just not. And there will be a new audience for it as well. So, again, I'll probably reword it. I'll make a different graphic, but I don't have to start from ground zero when I have a system for saving my work. So I hope that's helpful to you. These are the kinds of things that we talk about when I am coaching. When I coach a client, not only do we talk about these things, but I will share my resources. So if you were my client, I would send you a copy of basically the calendar that I use, the spreadsheet, so that you don't have to create that. And then all you have to do is plug in the cells with the things that you're writing for the week. And if you do that over the course of a year, then you have your basis for your content moving forward. That is one of the things that I do. Not only do we talk about your process, and do we talk about systems and what kinds of posts and when to post and that kind of thing, but I also share the tools that I have, the resources that I use, the information that I have. Any of the classes that I have created, I will share that information with you as a part of the coaching. So if you are not ready for a full-time social media manager, you might consider taking a look at coaching. It's very affordable. And even if you just do 3 to 6 months of social media coaching, it will take you so much further than trying to figure it out on your own. It will save you time. It will save you headache. It will save you hassle, and it will create some accountability that you may need as a small business owner. So I'd love to talk to you about that. And I'm happy to give you a complimentary session where I will check out what you're doing, and we can talk for an hour about what's going on and what you struggle with, and see if that is something that you appreciate and enjoy. I think you will. So all you have to do is message me on Facebook or drop a comment, and we will set up a complimentary coaching session if that's something that sounds good to you. Thanks so much, and you guys have a great